Hey beloved sisters, it is Iona here. I'm going to be holding the Women Rising space again in Womanfest 2019, and I have jumped on the video to say hi to all of you and to feel into what Womanfest 2019 is calling us to. So I met with a group of women a few weeks ago who are involved in the core holding this year, and the energies that came were quite interesting. What came was a big empty space or void, and it was clear that Gaia is not really interested in fixing the old broken web. She is the master weaver, grandmother spider, and she's calling each of us to weave the new, to pull that life force through us, to find our own unique thread and strand, and to collectively weave the new web of love and of life force into our beloved planet. And as holders of the feminine energy and essence, as weavers of the web through the point of love, which is the heart of the feminine, we create the new. And we don't quite know what this is going to be yet, because it is only as life force moves through us and moves through our heart, and that we come together and each of us mirrors and sparks aspects of the whole to each other, which we see in each other's eyes, in each other's song, in each other's dance, in each other's movement. So life force begins to weave this incredible cacophony of beauty, of joy, of a celebration to the essence of life that we are. And this is how it always was meant to be. We were never meant to be suppressed. We were never meant to fit into a box. We were never meant to be the same. So Womanfest 2019, through the concept of radical participation, is acknowledging that each and every single one of us has Grandmother Spider as our archetype within us. That we are the one that we've been waiting for. We are no less important. And it really is time to free and liberate ourselves with the support and love of each other. And those of you who were at Womanfest 2018 will really attest to what it feels like to come together in a womb of love as the feminine, supporting each other, supporting the rise of our own beauty, of our own expression, authentic expression into the world, which is what we did last year. And it was phenomenal and truly amazing. So I've got some cards called the Moon Oracle, Queen of the Moon Oracle, and I'm going to just pull a card and let's see what the energy or essence is that is calling to be brought forth right now in this moment. A message from Gaia for all of us beautiful women thinking of coming to Womanfest 2019. And it really is up to all of us to bring our gifts and to weave those webs and those threads. Whoops. So one fell. Okay, so it's self-reflection. Self-reflection. And there we have two beautiful sisters, one facing in and one facing out, being the mirror for each other. We are here to be the mirror for each other. So how authentically can we show up for ourselves, not comparing ourselves to anybody else, not thinking we're less or our offering is, not judging our offering, but honoring the life force that moves through us as this is my true and unique expression in this moment. This is how I love myself fully. And in loving myself fully, I bring my truest expression of love to the world. And that really is all we can do, is to show up in that truth. So this self-reflection card is knowing, yes, at Womanfest there will be lots of women all being a fractal of that mirror of who you are, because it's only by coming together that we create and we see the whole, and that we really learn to love and honor those reflections as parts of ourselves. You know, when I see someone bring an incredible song, not to think, oh, I wish I could do that, but to know, isn't it amazing that life force can move through that woman? Isn't it amazing that I can drink that into my essence, into my body, and I can fill myself with that beauty and enjoy it? And then I weave into my own body, I weave that into my own body, and I see how does it impact on me, on this fractal of the whole, and how do I want to respond in turn from my truth, that is me, that isn't that person, but their essence and their energy is woven as a thread into my DNA, into my tapestry, and I offer my gift, and that becomes a reflection for someone else. And that is why it is only by gathering and being together that we're really going to see this full picture emerging. And when we sat together, a couple of us who are holding this space, it really was an empty space, and Grandmother Spider showed us how we each are weaving the web together. And we had the beautiful womb belt that we created last year, where many women weave their visions and their hopes and their dreams into the womb belt. And we had the circle of the womb belt as the beginning of the web, based on last year's dreams and wishes and creations. So we seeded that, we have that platform and that foundation. And this year we're going to be creating even more of that web and making that foundation really, really strong. And this is what we are doing as the women who come together that are committed to working from our life force as merged with the planetary life force, as not separate from each other, and recognizing that we are building and weaving a world of love where each of us is invited and each of us has our role. So, beloved sisters, if you haven't sent us your forms yet to say what your beautiful gift is for Womanfest, please do so. I can be contacted at iona@womanfest.co.uk. That's my email. Or you can get hold of us on the Womanfest website, and we will allocate your offering to the space that we feel fits best. And let's gather, let's see what we weave together. Whatever happens, it's going to be beautiful. Whatever happens, it's woven from love. Dig deep into how life force wants to move through you, and do not judge it, do not suppress it. Yes, there will be fears, because this is the unknown. We haven't gone here before. We haven't tread or created this before. This is the new. So of course there's fears. Let's just feel it, and let's just acknowledge that's all it is. And let's do it anyway. And we're going to feel amazing after 4 days of being fully fed and reflected. It's our card. Reflected by our beloved sisters, and look how they're holding each other's hands. We really are here to hold each other's hands and to say, you can, beloved, you can. And I've got your back, and I know you've got mine. So I see you, look forward to seeing you on the beautiful land that's going to be holding us near Froome from the 8th of August. And come and share the love. If you haven't bought a ticket, do so. This is really weaving the new and saying yes to being part of that web of life. So much love.